people have a right to know the truth.
This is a story about us, all of us,
Good morning, Kansas City.
up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
What's happening to me? I'm frightened. I'm frightened out of my wits.
You don't need to be. You have someone else.
Daniel Kellner,
Who is this?
do not go back to the house. They found you. I don't know who you are, but they're gonna kill you.
The human race cannot accept what we know. We need to stop it any way we can.
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
This 79-year cover-up of the truth has to end.
We're interrupting our coverage.
How will
Aloha.
disclosure change
It's
us?
Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman, coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And today, Thursday, June 10th. Actually, wait, I think it's June 11th. I went in, I saw the new opening movie by Steven Spielberg called Disclosure Day. And, well, remember our rating scale, Shaka Thumbs Up. It's good to see. I recommend it. Shaka Thumbs Down, it's junk. I don't recommend it. Skip it. And for Steven Spielberg's latest, newest movie, some people have hyped it as his best movie yet. That's definitely saying a lot, you know, from the creator of Indiana Jones, Jaws, you know, so many other movies, you know, Close Encounters, AI even. It is overall a Shaka Thumbs Up. Do I feel that this is his greatest movie? Steven Spielberg's greatest movie yet to date? No, I do not. He has been on the downslope for quite some time. You know, Ready Player One that he directed sucked. The book was so much better. And it sucked because he didn't stick to the source material. Because, you know, he didn't want his own references in there for some reason. Which, honestly, you know, okay, he could have just taken those out, or he could have put it on a different director, etc. You know, the big friendly giant? That was another garbage movie that he had directed that had come out. He'd done some spy thrillers recently. Pretty much stuck what seemed to be in the past of like World War II kind of epics, kind of trying to regain his footing, his greatness of Saving Private Ryan, I guess. Who knows? But, you know, after a long string, I'd say decades, of failed attempts to come back and reclaim his glory as a director, he has, in Disclosure Day, a Shaka Thumbs Up. Is this a strong Shaka Thumbs Up? I'd say no. This has some serious pacing issues. For those of you who have missed the trailers, everyone was speculating what this was about, Disclosure Day. Basically, this is catching on to the popularity of the government in real life, releasing a lot of, you know, UFO type of data, you know, unidentified flying objects or whatever they call them nowadays, that the military, the Navy, the Air Force has put out since the days of Project Blue Book back in the 1970s. And what Steven Spielberg has kind of spliced together for this time of cultural zeitgeist is a movie in which it is very much disclosure day. An insider like Edward Snowden gets his hands on classified government information about aliens and the government's involvements with them, looking more towards, basically a private company, say like an Elon Musk type of character, had taken over the resourcing, the organization, since, as they say in the movie, presidents, go out of office every 8 years, at least, and it's always switching around. They needed a stable entity to run this classified program outside of the government, thus attaining additional technology, pushing ahead, humankind's advancements, everything from, say, like, that old Voyager Star Trek TV show incorporated about how the Gates person, kind of the guy, in modern day gets a starship from the future and slowly leaks out the technology here and there, thus getting the iPhone, etc. Every mankind's technological advancement throughout the years. And so it kind of follows that kind of a scenario. Now this stars also Emily Blunt, Colin Domingo, Colin Firth, and and I guess that's pretty much it. Some other guy. But the main standout in this is Emily Blunt. This is very much her show, her movie. Some people have said that it is Academy Award winning display of it. And she does a really good job. She's got this is probably one of her meatiest roles yet, where she has been front and center, with the action, with the suspense, kind of leading the story. And so she's very much in control of this narrative. She's a weather woman, a weather girl, I guess, for a Kansas TV network, who was visited as a child by aliens and left with the gift of some type of telepathic communication. She can read minds, know everything about the person she's looking at, and also is able to speak any language on the planet, essentially. Now this is news to her, as it is unlocked during her lifetime, during recent events starting in this movie, whereas she had blocked it out, this traumatic event of being taken by the aliens and given this gift, along with one other individual in this movie, so that on a particular time of, I suppose, their choosing, the aliens, she could be the representative and disclose this information of aliens to the people so that they wouldn't be afraid. Why now? Because it looks like, although, seeing now, this is a pacing problem with this movie, a la the movie Arthur C. Clarke's 2010 movie. The world is at the brink of nuclear annihilation. And once again, even Steven Spielberg, acclaimed director, does not have the guts to say, oh, well, it's China, or, well, it's Russia. It's totally side-skipping current day issues and problems and what would be the primary individual, heck, even Iran, perhaps, but going with North Korea, having them be the the possible destroyers of, or instigators of World War III with nuclear annihilation. North Korea, of all places. And this is supposed to be semi-modern day, so we're not talking like far in the future. So again, that's a flaw with this movie. And I'm surprised, I'm kind of shocked that Steven Spielberg didn't have the guts to say, okay, it's going to be China, it's going to be Russia, heck, maybe even Iran, could possibly, be the instigators of this World War III kind of collapse throughout the world. But, other than a few mentions of North Korea and the problems, the situations, you wouldn't know it. There is some rushes for gas, runs on the store, people stocking up for the possible apocalypse. But other than that, outside of that, you really don't know what's going on in the world. It stays very well focused on Emily Blunt and the characters, and Colin Domingo as being this inside man who's broken away from Colin Firth's Elon Musk organization, hiding this information about aliens and their technology and their company's involvement. And he breaks this information out with the help of Emily Blunt and another individual in this movie. So again, other than the pacing issues, there are a lot of, that's the major pacing issues. And I found myself looking at my watch. This movie is 2 hours and 25 minutes or so. So it really kind of drags in the middle. But thankfully Emily Blunt, her portrayal of this character and trying to figure out what's going on with her definitely helps you cope with the long run time and the poor pacing of the plot during this movie. I thought it would maybe have a little bit more action. There are a couple of car chases you saw in one of the trailers, if you were looking, where, her Emily Blunt's car impacts or is pushed into an oncoming train to try to keep her silent. And, that is fairly exciting. Fairly because, I honestly did not feel any dread or any concern for this character, because I knew, you just kind of feel like she has some kind of plot armor surrounding her, because you know that she's got this ability, and this is going to be something where she's got to break it out. So she's going to survive, somehow, some way. You kind of sort of know she's bulletproof during this movie, at least maybe up until the end. So there you have it. Again, a Shaka Thumbs Up, not a strong Shaka Thumbs Up, but not a weak Shaka Thumbs Up, just your regular Shaka Thumbs Up. It is worth seeing if you believe in aliens, if you want to believe in aliens, if you like Steven Spielberg as a director, you'll enjoy this movie overall, again, other than the pacing issues. If you love Emily Blunt, you will love this movie for sure. Because this movie rests on her shoulders, and I would be surprised if she doesn't get a nomination. Could she win? Her portrayal is good. Her acting is on par. This is probably the best, and like I said, the meatiest role she's ever had in any of her films. However, I think the tediousness and the slow pace of this movie will bring it down from any serious Oscar contention there. How could I describe this movie? I didn't feel like I was watching Close Encounters at all. What it felt like to me, this feels very much more in tone with Steven Spielberg's AI, artificial intelligence movie. You know, it felt very much like that, with the same kind of pacing issues that that movie had, and the same kind of fantastical, you know, again, aliens at the end of that movie, kind of coming down to look at the rest of mankind, or what was left of it, which was simply this AI child. You know, it felt very similar to that in a way, along with, you know, those supposedly supposed to be exciting chase scenes. Felt more like Escape from Witch Mountain to me. You know, very Disney-ish, very rated G-like in its attempt. I mean, you know, Emily Blunt, well, you know, and this other guy that's being chased by the government-like organization of Colin Firth's. You know, he races around and he actually steals a car from the people who have come to arrest him. Like, what the heck are they doing? Nobody was looking at the cars. Nobody was watching their cars. This guy was making all this noise, creeping up to steal this car, and nobody heard him. I mean, they were just a few feet away. You know, don't get me started on the negativities, you know, poking holes in this plot of this movie. The overall story is fine. Again, if you enjoy Aliens, if you liked Close Encounters, you know, that one movie, Arrival, then you'll enjoy this movie as well, because of the overall idea, and the scope of this movie is bold, to say the least. But, you know, you got to really be on board swallowing the happy pills to see how everything gets to the final conclusions overall. But, you know, if you can suspend your disbelief of certain things, you know, of the ineptitude of this corporate government organization that's been holding on and trying to keep these secrets, and somehow lets them slip here at the last few minutes of World War III or so. You know, I don't know. That's just a little bit too much for me to swallow all at once. But I do give it a Shaka Thumbs Up, mainly for Emily Blunt's portrayal in this movie. She does an outstanding job. Colin Firth, he is always good, and he's good again in this movie, and as a believable villain. I do feel that he kind of runs out of steam at the end. You know, there is a moment where it's like, well, you know, one guy on his team, you know, Colin Firth kind of gives up in trying to stop Emily Blunt. He knows the gig is up, but still there's this one guy on his team that we're just going to let her do this. It's like, I was fully expecting him to pull out a gun and shoot her, you know, in the attempt to save this, save the secret, which is what they fought all their lives to keep. So, you know, murder would not have been out of the question. This is PG, but it felt very G at times in that respect. There's a love interest with Emily Blunt that, you know, didn't work for me. The portrayal of this character just was a little too comic relief, I felt. But outside of that, once she ditches him, the plot and the movie pick up a little bit. But yeah. So just a lot of little things will slow you down in this movie. But the overall concept is a good overall idea. And it's presented very, very well. If not great, as it could and should have been from Steven Spielberg. All right. That's all I have to say about Disclosure Day. Shaka Thumbs Out. This is a definite must-see. If you want to wait for streaming, I don't blame you. But, probably this will be the number one box office take for this weekend. It'll probably work out to number one because there's so much curiosity with this movie. But after that, I think once people see it and the word of mouth get out on it, I think people will kind of, stay away from it and just catch it later on streaming. So if they haven't seen it this first weekend, they're probably not going to see it until it streams on home, where they'll definitely catch it there. So it will have legs eventually. Will it be an Oscar kind of movie? I doubt it, but I do feel that Emily Blunt should get some type of nomination for this. At the very least, she'll probably win a Golden Globe for it. All right. Mahalo and aloha.